Facebook is shutting down its podcast. I feel like I heard about this. They had emailed me a number of times and said, hey, why isn't your podcast on Facebook? They were emailing me. And I don't know if there was ever any kind of incentive for it, but there was at least some level of interest that they were scouring podcast platforms and trying to encourage people. I feel like I don't think there was any money being offered or anything like that, but there was definitely a suggestion that, hey, you're missing out. You should be on Facebook type of thing. But it does seem sometimes you cross over into this thing where you get concerned. You start to wonder how many things Facebook can do and whether or not it will become prominent in that particular segment. And then, like, if your investment is worthwhile, or if just like this, they would put it away after 5 minutes. Yeah. And get rid. Like, it's hard to figure out where to make your investments in this landscape online. Like, where you want to be publishing, building your community, having people be. It's difficult. Particularly in the exact way in which we choose to cultivate community, to interact with community, to do our show. And we thought about this stuff as we looked at different places and thought about different things. Mm-hmm. And we found a way to kind of simplify the situation in which if you're watching it after the fact, you get it everywhere. We talked about this before. In the audio format, you can get 1,000 places. But then that had to be tied into how we publish so that could happen automatically. So you're not going like 500 places to upload things. Mm-hmm. It's a nightmare. Yeah. And of course, in podcasting, that got figured out a long time ago, how to upload to one place and have it go all over the place. So, and then YouTube playing a huge role as far as being kind of the all-in-one solution for us for the remainder of it. So it's like, how do we fit Facebook into that? And I'm sure this was the case for a lot of people who had media projects online and were doing things elsewhere. They already had the tools, and it was like kind of late to the party over here. Facebook is shutting down its podcast platform. Less than a year after it launched, creators will be unable to upload new shows to the service as of this week, and the platform will close altogether on June 3rd. Facebook confirmed the closure of the platform to The Verge. The move is part of a broader reevaluation of Facebook's audio products. The company is also shuttering the site's sound bites and audio hubs and integrating its live streaming live audio rooms feature, which is a clone of Clubhouse, or I can't even remember Twitter's equivalent. Man, Twitter gave Spaces such a prominent location on the app. Mm-hmm. I hit the middle button and I feel like I'm going to go somewhere important, and I'm like, oh, this is Spaces.
Right, yeah. Instagram did the same thing, where like the center button just goes straight to Reels.
Yeah, they try to manipulate your behavior on the app where they want you to go. Yeah. It's like aisles in the supermarket.
Uh-huh. They're like, he keeps clicking this one spot, so let's just move the button that we want him to go to that spot.
That's right. Yeah. I like the way you look at it. Oh, they're like, they're really focused on you.
Yeah.
They're like, obviously. They're like, this Mo guy. We're going to get him. We'll get him. They want to simplify. After a year of learning and iterating on audio-first experiences, we've decided to simplify our suite of audio tools on Facebook. We're constantly evaluating the features we offer so we can focus on the most meaningful experiences. Man, they pick things up and put them down. I mean, sometimes we applaud Google for such things, but it's a mix. You like experimentation,
right?
But then,
yeah, there's a weird sense of like
death.
You panic. You know, like they're like scrambling to just try to stay alive or stay relevant. Or maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but...
Well, I guess it is a difference. Well, what is the new project and how experimental is it? Or is it a clone and it just didn't take off? Yeah. And you admit that it's a clone of something else.
Right. I think when it's so transparently a clone, it becomes more difficult.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.